So students, today we are going to discuss our worksheet 2. Let's start. First question. Tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer. Bit number A. Python, Java, and QBasic are dash-based languages, text-based languages. Okay. B. Dash is a set of instructions which tells computer what to do. Which one is the correct answer, students? Code. Okay. So code is a set of instructions which tell computer what to do. Now, question number C. Person who codes a computer program is known as dash. The person who codes a computer program is known as a developer. Okay, developer. Question number D. Dash are very small picture elements that make up a picture. Pixels. Okay, pixels. You have to be at least dash year old to have your own email account. 13. 13 is the correct answer. You have to be at least 13-year-olds to have your own email account. Now students, question number 2 of page number 100. State whether the following statements are true or false. So we have to write down only T or F. Okay. Drafts are the saved but unsent emails that you have composed. Yes, this statement is true. ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Yes, this statement is also true. Question number C. The sent mail folder contains all the deleted emails. False. Okay. False. D. Acronyms like HRU, CU, etc. are always appropriate. False. Question number E. The subject of an email can only be read after opening the email. False. Now students, let's open page number 101, 101. Question number 3, match the following. Okay, we have to match column A along with column B. So email symbol. Which one is the email symbol? Bit number 3. Okay, so you have to write down A on the right side of bit number 3, just like this. Question number B, attachments. Attachments is matched with bit number I. Okay, bit number I. Next, so email goes with this one, attachment goes with I bit. Domain name goes with .com. Okay, algorithm goes with step-by-step instructions, V bit. Now question number E, box. Question number E goes with second bit, errors in codes. Okay. Now question number 4, label and write the function of the components in the given image. So it's basically a email representation. So first one is recipients, second one is subject. Okay, second one is subject, third one is this place represents email body. Okay, so you have to write down email body. Then fourth one is send. This symbol represents attachments. Okay, this symbol represents attachments, and dustbin symbol, sixth one, represents delete button. Okay, so labeling is done. Now we will learn the function of these labels, okay, or these components. First, recipient. This one is known as recipient, first one. So what is recipient? What is the function of recipient? Just as the sender needs an email address to send email, the recipient also needs to have a valid email address. The email address of recipient is entered here. So this place requires the person to whom we are going to send the message email address. Okay. Now question number B, subject line. This one, subject area. Okay. When writing an email, there is a held for entertaining the subject. Okay, there is a held for entertaining the subject just below field provided for entering the recipient's email address. The subject line gives the recipient an idea of what the email is all about. In the inbox, the text that displayed with the sender's name and subject line. Some example, the subject lines are happy birthday, Lata, invitations for New Year celebration, etc. So basically it contains the main criteria for the email. For example, if you are writing an email to your father or mother to wishing them their anniversary, then in the subject area you have to write happy anniversary father or mother. Okay, so that particular area brings the attention of the recipient person. Question number C, email body. So what is the function of email body? This is where the contents of the email are typed. It could be text as well as images. So in the email body, we can write anything we want to send to the concerned person. Question number D, send. A send button or icon is provided in every email program. It is used to send email messages. So after completing recipient's details, subjects, email body, we have to click on the send button. Okay. After clicking on the send button, the email would be forwarded. Question number E, attachments. This symbol. Okay. Paperclip symbol. Attachments can be pictures, videos, audio files, etc. that can be sent with the email message. So if you want to add something with the email body, you can attach it by clicking on the attachment symbol. So what are the attachments? We can add pictures, videos, and audio files and many more with the help of this symbol. Okay, with the help of this paperclip symbol that is known as attachments. Question number F, delete. What is the function of delete? Six number. Okay, this dustbin symbol. If you don't want to keep email into your inbox, you can delete it by simply selecting the message from the message list and clicking delete option. Okay, so by clicking delete option, we can delete the unwanted message. Okay, so it is the function of delete button. Now students, question number 5, that is a long question. Why do we need emails? Why do we need emails? First question. Page number 102. Why do we need emails? It is a fast, inexpensive, and convenient way to communicate with others. As mentioned before, it is sent to the recipient as soon as you hit the send button. It makes correspondence quicker, eliminating unnecessary time between the people in communication. So what do we need emails? It is a fast, inexpensive, and convenient way to communicate with others. Okay, we can just click on the send button and the details of the message would be forwarded to the recipient person. Okay, it makes our communication more easier and precise. That's why it is required to have an email. What question number B? What do you mean by terms CC and BCC? Capital C, small c, capital B, small double C. CC, capital C, small c. Okay. In the email case, CC stands for carbon copy and BCC stands for blind carbon copy. CC is a way of making a copy of an email to a person other than the recipient. Whereas the recipient will know a third person is copied on the email. The BCC allows the user to do the same without the recipient know that a third person has been sent a copy. So basically it's a carbon copy of your email. If you want to send an email, and for example, I am sending email to a person A. Okay, so I am sending email to person A, and I want to know a person. I want to help the person B to know what I am going to send to person A. In that case, I will use CC, carbon copy, so that the person B will also know about the email what the person A gets. And in this CC case, the person A also know that the person B is also getting the email. But in case of a BCC, if I am sending email to person A and under the BCC I am putting person B, then person B gets the email, but the person A will not be able to know about the that person A is getting mail or not. Now students, question number C. Why is it important to follow email etiquettes? Email etiquettes are good practices to follow while writing an email. Following these etiquettes help us avoid mistakes. It also conveys that we respect others. So that's why it is important. Question number D. Discuss any three symbols used for creating flowcharts. So these are the three symbols that we use creating flowcharts. First one is input, output, input or output. A parallelogram denotes both input and output. It is used to accept the input and displays the output. Second symbol is process. A rectangle shows the processing that takes place in the flowchart. Third one, decision or test condition. A diamond shape that has two branches is used to show the decision in a flowchart. The condition is given in the diamond. The next step in the flowchart is based on the answers to the condition, that is true or false, that we have already discussed during the flowcharts. Okay. Question number E. What will happen if you do not fix the errors in your code? So what are the errors? Errors in a code are known as bugs, as we have already known that. A buggy code will either show an error or not work at all. Therefore, code must be bug free. Okay. So if we do not fix the errors in our code, then it show error or the program will not work at all.